from the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017. We are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
And we are underway from Houston. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro, and he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Looking for his tight end fouls, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Justin Tucker lining up for the extra point.
And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Oh, what a juke into space. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Down at the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Forced out to his left. He gets it left side of Johnson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
There's a good catch by David Johnson. Good enough for a 1st down. And remember, coming out of the University of Northern Iowa, he had played receiver his first couple of years in college before shifting to running back. Used to seeing the ball in the air. And when he's on his game, he's an excellent pass receiver.
Watson, he fakes to Johnson and now looks to throw. Out to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Finding fouls complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. From the gun, here's Watson. Now he'll pull it down. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. You Think about it, Charles. This is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, his third touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tyus Bowser gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Screen play, Johnson. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson escaping the... And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
And maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as he'll stop him well short of the yellow line. You call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through.
Makes the score.
And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? And they didn't kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again is Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
4 yards. That's another Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. From the gun, Watson completing it to the right side. Johnson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again, Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. David's hit and he fumbles. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the run.
And he'll find Akins there, complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Pick up of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson eluding the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll start with the option. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20-yard line. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On third down, here's Dobbins. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They got the interception, but very little movement after. That forces them to settle for 3, and it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was looking to go back to Cooks one more time, but now it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. It's Watson. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not the time.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
For the extra point.
And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Ravens 27, Texans nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's a throw that's taken out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Watson operating from the gun. Open man, the tight end fails. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 7 yards to pick up there. 3 yards remain for second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Watson looks to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Dancing to his left. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 9.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. This pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
In on the stop that time, Terrell Basham.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 4th down now after a loss of 2. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his 2nd season. The future bright. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout
15 yards.
as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Marquise Brown was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Bradley Roby on the coverage defensively.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Jackson. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
Field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Taken in the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
3rd down.
And this now 3rd and 11 after that 2nd down completion actually went back a yard. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. That's Andrews. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
Jackson's throw caught here by Boykin. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his first touchdown of the new season. And this offense is running away with this one.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain. And the
pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Patrick Queen in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the 1st down sack. Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. That is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Fells. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Again, it's Watson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
That's another
to the air yet again. Watson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson will drop this down to Johnson underneath. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Watson. And it is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Randall Cobb there to make the grab. And the Texans claw one back.
Fairbairn lining up
And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
And it's third down.
From the gun, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Jackson's pass intended for Marquise.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
For the Ravens.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, Watson flushed out right. Got an open man, it's QT. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
At the 39-yard line.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To try again after the sack. Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. He'll run it, and he'll take it into the end end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Baltimore.
Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown.
Tucker lining up.
Tucker now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
44, Texans 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off the pass.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
J.K. Dobbins with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Ravens 51, Texans 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Ravens 51, Texans 14.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
First down, Baltimore.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt that time able to do what he does best, and that's sack the quarterback.
It's 2nd down.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps, and on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On 2nd down now, Dobbins, and he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. The quick feet by Jackson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now he'll try to run with this. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line.
Brought down at the 4-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal. Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers.